Хорошо. Главное, чтобы меня потом не искал этот, как его там звать-то, пристав. Насчет того, что ты просил.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Конечно.
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
Huh? I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house.
Брехня. Не
He
было
was here
такого.
with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Это не всегда работает, бать. Не всегда.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Фига ж себе меч.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Да без проблем. Я их уже, по-моему, с собой взял. Так-то. Вроде бы как. Иди и принеси гвозди для Терезы. Главное, чтобы я квест сейчас не сломал. Потому что я помню, что я их забирал отсюда. Так. Ну-ка. Ага. Это все или я не забирал? А хер его знает. По-моему, забирал. Ладно, неважно. Я иду обратно. Тереза. Капец тут имена. Я в шоке. Ну, дратуйте. Дратуйте, дамочка.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
That will do. Go and get
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Спасибо. Да, мой батя могет. Чё ты смотришь на нее? У тебя же девушка есть.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let him
commoner?
try it.
Какой добрый пан, однако. Ну-ка, Генри, давай, покажи мастер-класс. На. На. Господи. Стыдобище.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sir Istvan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but
Батя-то у нас
duty calls,
непростой,
and
да?
I must leave.
Не просто оружейник и кузнец.
Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green.
А мне кажется, или там на заднем фоне что-то
You
горит?
know the trouble with an adventurous
Там
life?
дым поднимается.
It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the
Видите
house.
дым, да, там, за
Talk as if
пригорком?
you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalica.
Или это просто от домов,
beneath the
типа,
linden tree,
от
by your
печей
mother's
угольных?
side.
Хрен
So
его
do
знает.
I, one day.
Не похоже.
First, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Нихера себе их тут. Дратуки. Вот это, а не многовато ли будет на такую маленькую деревушку, а? Кто это? Нихера их тут. Ёкарный бабай. Ну чё, хлопцы, лучше бегите отсюда по добру, по здоровому нахер.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Пан у тебя в долгу? Нихера ж себе. Ёкарный бабай. Жесть. Недаром у моего бати-то колени ломило сегодня.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside quick! We have to shut the
Keep
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
Батя! Нихера. А пан-то был прав. Длинная и запутанная история у бати-то моего была. Ну-ка, не трожь. Капец, он рубит. Ну, он труп, понятно. Жесть. Тебе пизда, лысый. Генри, давай бегом! Сваливай! Капец, нахера они это творят? Что вообще происходит? Какого хера? На! Отлично! Зашибись! Понял вас! Бегу! Бегом, Генри, бегом! Жесть! Чё-то пан тут... Чё-то Рацика-то тут замешан, походу. Новое знание Скалица. Получил меч Рацика кобылы. Валим! Бегом! Беги! Я понял, бегу! Генри, давай! Давай! Просто втопи, как я не знаю кто. Иди, лошадь. Ага. Так, тихо. Выдохни. Спокойно. Выдохни, выдохни, выдохни. Побежали. Давай, 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 давай. Никто за мной не бежит? Пока вроде бы нет. Тихо. Так, верховая езда. Так, это понятно. Я с верховой ездой понял все. Ну-ка, достань меч. Оружие в ваших руках напугает жителей деревни. Какие тут нахер жители деревни? Слышь, жмых! Все, валим! Бегом! На лошадь! На лошадь! Давай! Всё, нахер! Меч убери! Как меч убрать? Убирай! Бегом! Вроде погони нет. Вроде нормально. Давай, давай, давай. Жесть. Ой-ой-ой. Твою-то мать. Только не лучники. О! Все, я подскакал в Вайтран, пацаны. Да, твидули. Я буду стражником. Все. Отныне это так. Давай, бегом. А, кровотечение идет. А, как больно-то. Ага! Они на хвосте! Генри! Ёкарный бабать, что происходит? Давай, пошел нахер! Давай, 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 давай! А-а-а! Тихо! Лошадь устает. Налево, понял. Налево, так налево. Налево. Блин, да они не отстают. Сука, что вам надо? Бегите нахер. Сворачивай с дороги. Хана ему, походу. Не-ля, они его не трогают даже. Лошадь. А, он целится. Мансуй. Мансуй. Не попадешь. Не попадешь, мразь. Хер тебе. А, как больно-то мне. Господи, я кровью истекаю. Капец, как долго еще скакать. Нахера по дороге бежать? Он залезть в кусты куда-нибудь. Или же там. Капец, лошадь сейчас просто выдохнется. Я не знаю, сколько еще бежать надо. Давай. Давай, родная. Кобыла, давай. Давай. Ну же. Не вздумай меня скидывать. Не вздумай. А! Мимо, сука. Криворуки. Понял? Ли. Криворукие дебилы. Попасть даже не могут. Практически в стоячего человека. Давай. Давай, коняка, давай. Ну же! Блять, как же они бегут, а? Тихо! Тихо! Давай, давай, давай! Притопи! Есть! Фу! Доехал! Идите нахер! Вот же причепились-то, а? Кто это такие вообще? Турки какие-то, что ли? Нахер! Застрелите их к чертям собачьим. Чего вы рядом с ними-то стрелы пускаете? Жесть! Фу. Здрасте. Люди добрые.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that hair out.
Да, наверное, это больно.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Ну да,
Thank you.
как новенький.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Пёса.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Ну, слава богу, меня хоть тут приняли нормально. Да, это жестко. Господи, какая же охренительная игра. Как же мне это нравится. По Гридспанам, Ворикам. Значит, задача. Знаете, что я думаю? Я на этом, пожалуй, эту серию закончу. Даже, наверное, серии. Я не знаю, сколько вышло по времени. Наверное, где-то часа 2 где-то примерно я так поиграл. Это, если что, еще до сих пор начало игры. Спасибо, что уступили мне дорогу. Я вот прям вот здесь вот закончу игру. И мы уже с вами дальше будем Хотя знаете, что мы сначала сделаем? Нет. Сначала мы ляжем спать, чтобы игра сохранилась.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal?
Да, я сейчас готов слона сожрать просто. Так, на кухне.
Jesus, look where you... I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes. He's a generous man and a good one. We'll take care of you until everything blows over. You risked your life to warn us, and we won't forget it.
Спасибо. Спасибо. Да, не надо это маячить перед глазами. А что мне надо делать-то? Что, мне туда заходить, что ли? Ой-ой-ой. Да, походу.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Milady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you?
О, да, я сейчас все в этом доме готов сожрать.
Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes. Thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Капец, тут какие люди добрые, а? Я в шоке. Ты, Борик, жмых.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before you
Понял,
go to bed.
понял, без проблем. В обуви спят только отбитые мудаки. Согласен. Так. Значит. Ох. Как же мне херово, я есть хочу, я понял. Тихо, спокойно. Сейчас поедим. Как же мне херово-то. Так, давайте, знаете, чтобы нашего бедного Генри не это, значит, пюре из чечевицы. О, боже. О, насколько же это вкусно, наверное, все. Жареная утка. Готово. Сытость просто 100. 101 сытость. Ох, как хорошо. Теперь бы поспать. Вино. Вино я возьму с собой. Вы же не против, да, если я всю еду с собой заберу? Ага. Я потом покушаю просто еще. Так. 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 Вот так. Ох, как меня в сон-то клонит, капец. Спокойно, Индержи. Индержи, сейчас все будет. Все. Спасибо. Спасибо вам большое за гостеприимство. Было охренеть как вкусно. Все, о, спатьки. Спатьки. О, в мягкую постельку. Спать. Подожди. Тихо, тихо, Генри, спокойно. Не надо валиться с ног. Вот сюда. Ой, так, все, дверь закрываем. Чтоб шумов никаких не было. Садимся. Игра. Как же ты отвратительно себя ведешь, господи боже. Так, ботинки снять. Грязные, вонючие ботинки надо снять, как мне и сказали. Все. Вот теперь можно ложиться спать. Значит, спим мы прям до утра, до 7 часов, 12 часов здорового сна. Ага, хрен походу нам, а не сон, да?
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Я уснуть не могу, походу.
Yes?
It is I, Henry.
Нихера.
Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy. Did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Полностью согласен. Иногда надо выговориться, особенно когда эта боль просто вот сидит внутри тебя, и чтобы стало чуть-чуть полегче, даже вот в психологии есть такое, что нужно рассказать. Ну, блин, это, конечно, странно, что приходит пани и начинает вот так вот нас расспрашивать и говорить, что она думала обо мне и не может уснуть. Ну, давай расскажем.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Угу. Значит, я зашел в корчму за Элем и встретил там Бланку, свою возлюбленную. Давай.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
И мы с отцом поговорили о жизни.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only he'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
И, собственно, огромная толпа нападавших была.
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Жители Скалицы, они убили моего отца и мою мать.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Мне нужна была лошадь.
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding, those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep.
Еду можете оставить. Я утречком проснусь и съем все.
Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Капец. Что это было, Генри? Что это сейчас было? Я до сих пор сижу в шоке от того, что происходит. Жесть. Пришла пани, давай тут души друг другу изливай. Жесть вообще. Ага, кошмары снятся. Батя, ты мне такого не говорил. Генри, это еще что за говно? Какого хера вообще?
Wake up.
Господи.
You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Скалица.
Угу. Я вас понял. Ой, я как это? Как вы мне и сказали, я без ботинок спал. Я ботинки снял. Я молодец. Наконец-таки игра сохранена. Так, факел надо... Кто там храпака дает, мать его за ногу? Ладно, факел мы возьмем. И на этом мы с вами серию наконец-таки закончим. Потому что уже слишком уж долго это все прошло. Шло, точнее, это все. Сказал, сейчас будем заканчивать серию. В итоге еще где-то полчаса сидели тут, смотрели сюжетные всякие сцены и диалоги. В общем, ладно, на этом мы с вами заканчиваем. Спасибо, что посмотрели. Игра просто охренительная. Я сейчас засяду в нее, наверное, где-то часов на 5, как минимум. И буду просто сидеть вот так вот клепать одну серию за другой. Прям охренеть как нравится. Поэтому на этом я с вами прощаюсь. С вами был Арвол. Всем удачи, всем пока, друзья. Увидимся.